Papercrete is a very strong and durable material if it's mixed and cured correctly. I've seen some comments saying that this does not work for them and their pots just end up crumbling and breaking. So in this video, I wanted to cover some key points to consider with Papercrete. So here are some pots I've made over the years. Some of them are over 6 years old and are still going strong. This particular pot I made in a video a while back, and it is my most popular video to date. I made it almost 3 years ago and it is still holding up well. So let's get into the main points. So the success of your Papercrete pot starts with the mixture. Too much paper or too little cement or not enough water can all lead to a weak structure. The ratio I recommend is 3 parts paper pulp, 2 parts cement, and 1 part sand. The paper pulp that you're going to be using will already have a little bit of water content in it, as shown here. Sometimes you may need to add a little bit of water to fully combine all the ingredients, but this is how I like my final mixture to look. It shouldn't be dripping wet. It is also important to consider how old your cement is and if it has been properly stored. Another problem can be insufficient curing time. Curing is a very critical step. If the Papercrete pots are not left to cure for the proper amount of time, they may not bond properly and can crumble. This is my curing process. Once I have finished filling the mold with the Papercrete, I let it dry for 2 or 3 days in a plastic bag. I will then remove it from the bag and let it finish curing. Once I see the color has changed, I will then carefully remove it from the mold. It will still not be ready and will need to be left alone for about a week until you can safely handle it without it breaking. In addition, improper handling of your Papercrete can make it fail. So after making your pot, it's important to handle it with care during the drying and curing process. Dropping it or rough handling can cause cracks that might cause it to fail. This has happened to me over the years when trying to rush the process. I've also had pots over-cured in their molds and they end up getting stuck. So remember that this is a creative process and you may need to figure out what works through trial and error. If you have any more questions, feel free to leave a comment, and I encourage you to watch my other Papercrete videos to see the whole process from start to finish. Hope this video has helped, and I'll see you in the next one.